Coming up next, the Spurs taking on the Lakers. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg. Hey, Dave.
Well, we all
Winning a big part of it, David. Thank you. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for LeBron.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And now the Lakers starting group. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. And it's Rondo in at the point guard. As the season goes along, but maybe not if you have personality issues in that locker room.
You know, Kevin, it's one of the most fragile elements in team sports: chemistry, culture, accepting roles, sacrificing your own individual game for the good of the team. And I think it's always a work in progress.
And as a leader, as I know you were when you played, I'm sure you were dealing with those things all season long.
Yeah, you try to lead by example, but also there's opportunity and times when you have to step up and voice what you see that could be detrimental to your team's success.
Cousins against Gay. That shot off the mark. Nice D from Cousins. Shea up top. James against Carroll. James the pass to Cousins. A second chance effort, Davis. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Davis has got 7 points in the game.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Knocked loose. 6 to shoot. Gay scanning the floor. And just miss after miss right now. Los Angeles leading by 18. Pass to Mills. And here is Lyles. He's guarded by Howard. Here's Gay. Rebounded by Howard.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Che kicks to Bradley. Back to Che. From deep. Rebound San Antonio. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
What a duel that was. Exciting all the way to the end. Really a shame someone had to walk away with an L.
I tell you, it's too bad one of them had to lose because I thought both teams were evenly matched in that game.
And the latest I heard with Che is that he's cut a deal to be a rep for Gatorade. Very high honor for a brand that has long been associated with our league.
You said it well, GA. Gatorade doesn't really just hand out endorsement deals either. They must really love the upside that Che has shown to give him a deal this early in his career. Wow, impressive. And San Antonio calls the first time out of the game.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Gay outside. 5 to shoot. Can they get it? And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That's on Dwight Howard.
You know, after suffering a devastating Achilles tendon injury during the 16-17 season, Gay has bounced back really well. I mean, has quietly become a much better outside shooter, too. And, you know, guys, the Spurs team dinner's the stuff of legends, just building camaraderie and getting to know one another and being orchestrated with care by head coach Greg Popovich. They enjoyed the finest restaurants and great food and drink, but the fellowship and camaraderie is probably the most important part of those dinner gatherings.
Now here's Mills. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Releases. Rebounded by Howard. And Clark, the act of getting dinner, sitting down to a meal. As a team, it brings people together.
It really does, guys. I can't overstate it. When you get a chance to know your teammates off the court, it adds to your ability to play for them on the court. It can't always be just about grind, grind, grind. There has to be some compassion, some caring, some understanding, and sometimes the best places to do that are at restaurants with good food and good drink.
Here's Carroll, and he goes in for the dunk.
You know, using all that speed to his advantage, Carroll enjoys busting towards the rim for these slams.
Shea outside. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Can't hit from in close. Spurs trailed by 19. Here's Forbes. His three-pointers off the mark. Shea right side, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Hey, yo, right here.
Gay with it. From deep three-point range, and so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll return shortly. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Lakers are pretty much in control here.
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for the Lakers right now, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Murray. Then there's Howard. Then it's Shea. And it's Caruso in at the point.
Yeah, you know, Mills is one of those energizing players who does a little bit of everything, including finding his open teammates.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. Miles passes to Carroll. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Forbes can't get it to go.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
McGee trying to break free. Murray, good. Murray's got his first points in this one. Spurs trail by 21. Here is Forbes. No points in the game yet for him. Inside, stolen by McGee. They're running. Here's Caruso. And that one, good. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And it's DeRozan with the ball for the Spurs. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. DeRozan's got 6.
Boy, that looks like a scouting report breakdown there. I mean, the defense has to know where DeRozan wants to do the most work. That's his sweet spot there.
And DeRozan sends it back. Here is Forbes. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Wants to get it to DeRozan and does. The shot will not fall.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Che inside. Clark, a big part of your game was rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve their rebounding?
You know, I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And that's what I would have players focus on. Pursue the ball.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
Guys, I hope we get to see a few more of those.
Murray finds DeRozan to the middle. Here's Aldridge. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. For Los Angeles, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. .157 left in the first half. Che kicks to Davis. The shot missing. Some solid defense from Gay. Here is Forbes. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Mills. The Lakers with the rebound. Cousins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Missed inside.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Again, the miss by the Spurs. Lakers shooting straight 49% from the field. Che passes to Davis. Outside Bradley. The pass to LeBron. The reverse. And he lays it up and in. LeBron's got 10 points in the quarter.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
And stolen by Che. Goes up, and Che throws it down.
Boy, Che's quick feet and hands on defense allow them to get out on the break. Gets them an easy bucket.
44 seconds left now here in the second. Now here's Mills, covered by Che. Gay finds Mills, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Boy, the defender was right there, but Mills showed no fear or no hesitation right at him.
Lyles checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And then for Los Angeles, Dwight Howard's checked in for Davis. Murray comes in for James. And it's Alex Caruso in for Bradley. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Che dishes to Cousins. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. San Antonio's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Now Gay. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Knicks in New York.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots and also altered a ton of shots.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter. Thanks for the great interview, David, and we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And then for the Lakers, JaVale McGee comes in for Anthony Davis. And Chase subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Los Angeles.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
Rudy Gay is out there with Lyles. Then it's Mills. Then it's DeMarre Carroll. And it's Forbes in at the 2. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. McGee's shot is off. And it's Mills with the ball for San Antonio. The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills now with a decade in the NBA.
6'0", and that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Mills has got his second basket of the night. Mills has gone 50% so far, 2 of 4 shooting. And McGee kicks to Che. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You look at the Lakers desperate to surround LeBron with talent to win now. They have improved, but is it enough to go deep in the West?
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins comes in for LeBron. And it's Alex Caruso in for Danny Green. Here is Forbes. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. 13 feet away. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And the Lakers, for decades, Clark, a magnet for superstar free agents.
Yeah, and you know, guys, in recent years, more of a mixed bag in that regard. Whether it's the turmoil in the Lakers organization, I think that's part of it, or the prospect of playing in LeBron's shadow. A number of elite players have elected to go elsewhere thus far. And this kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Carroll. Six on the shot clock, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And here is Los Angeles now. And Los Angeles guys shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Che outside. From deep. He doesn't hit that one. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way.
Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
Pass to Lyles. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Passes it to Carroll. And the layup's good off the glass. Carroll's got 6.
I think Carroll can be an outstanding player at times, and they're demonstrating how creative he can be with the ball in his hands.
Caruso, the pass to Che. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Look at the Lakers. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And checking out San Antonio, they're down in 8th place.
Yeah, and you know, for the Spurs, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing. It perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
Mills finds Gay. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles.
All right, a chance to look at stats for Carroll. How last month turned out for him, averaging 9 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the Lakers. Murray comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Good work there as it goes.
And, you know, that right there is a case of Che knowing how to use his body to not only shield the defender, but to get the and one chance, too.
He's been getting to the line. Now his 6th trip in the game.
Not sure where it's gone, but he's lost his confidence at the foul line.
And that's been a huge problem. I mean, giving away points at the stripe, never a good thing. Guys, I think free throw shooting, and Steve, you can speak to this, is all about rhythm and confidence, and he hasn't been able to establish any rhythm there this season.
And Caruso's got the ball here for Los Angeles. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. And that's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
And the Lakers last season going against the grain to surround LeBron James with playmakers, not shooters. And many criticized that move.
And, you know, guys, you look at it, LeBron is at his very best with the ball in his hands, which means he needs room to attack the lane. It's clear that a course correction was needed.
For San Antonio, they have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
You know, a rugged, experienced player. The shooting and defense Carroll provides, it's really what makes him so valuable.
Carroll against Murray. Kicks to Che for the 3. He can't get that one. From deep 3-point range, and the last-second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Some changes here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee comes in for Dwight Howard. And Che's subbed in for Bradley.
DeJounte Murray played just one season at the University of Washington. He grew up in Seattle and went to Rainier Beach High School. It's actually the same high school that produced Jamal Crawford. And as a matter of fact, a lot of good players have come out of the Emerald City.
So the Lakers 5 right now. Murray out there with Jared Dudley. Then it's Che. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Caruso in at the guard position. Bellinelli, he's checked in for San Antonio. Lonnie Walker comes in for White. And in Seattle, Murray recognized from a young age as a potential pro.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you can identify those specially talented players, and his nickname was Baby Boy. And how about this, Kevin? Jamal Crawford has mentored DeJounte since the 6th grade. Those guys have exchanged text messages throughout that time. Jay Crossover, one of my favorites, on and off the court in the league, really has helped keep Murray on the right track.
Rebounded by the Lakers. Here's Caruso. Good. And it's Che picking up the assist. Che's got 3 assists in the game. Murray the pass to Pirtle. Bellinelli against Murray. Bellinelli dishes to Murray. Murray with the defensive effort. Lakers have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. And that one, good. And that's 18 points for Che.
You'd love for all your shots to come from that range. Che, always going to cash in on a chance like that.
Murray surveying the D. And the pass to Bellinelli. He kicks it to Walker. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Che, no good. San Antonio's gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Murray. That shot missing, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Che drives in, and it's off the back rim, no good. The Spurs shooting 44% in the fourth, the offense with some ups and downs. Walker against McGee, stolen by Dudley. Here's Caruso. Murray outside. Pass to Che. Last season, the NBA announcing the launch of a league in Africa, along with FIBA. Clark, what do you think of that move?
I think it's another example, Kevin, of the globalization of the game and the NBA's intentional, purposeful way of expanding and continuing to grow the game for the sake of the business of basketball, which is a game that obviously you and I love.
And Clark, we see so many foreign players come into the NBA and play well. Not just play, but play well.
Yeah, and not just Africa, although
Right.
a number of players from Africa, but a number of different countries have signed on. It could make for a more exciting league.
Trey Lyles checked in for the Spurs. Johnson comes in for DeJounte Murray. Bellinelli against Murray. Trying to get something going. Bellinelli, and that's good.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with one game left against this squad.
And believe you me, they'll be gunning for the sweep in that third meeting.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for LeBron.
Well, I thought he was their catalyst tonight, guys. Moving the rock, actively looking to set other guys up. Outstanding work.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious. And, you know, the Spurs are never afraid to play to the tune of their own drummer. I mean, just as the rest of the league embraces threes and layups, the Spurs going against that grain, leading the league in mid-range shots and post-ups.
Lyles with a wide-open look. San Antonio again missing. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
There's an aggressiveness to Che's game that I think everybody can appreciate and respect. Prides himself on keeping pressure on the defense.
Free throw, good.